Hello and welcome back to Ascension. As you may have noticed, my little base here is now completely empty, and that's because I finally moved the stuff out of here and moved into the tower. So let's head there so you can see what I've been working on. Pretty much the staircase goes down and the portal's right here now. I tried to actually put it in the wall, but then you could see it from outside the tower, which would look bad. So I decided this works for now, and the staircase is kind of hidden behind it. In the future, I would like to kind of fill in this area, probably just with Umberstone, but I want to harvest the Umberstone variants first. And I don't know, I'll probably just fill in this whole hallway so it's just the tower, but I could keep a secret room back here behind the portal or something, I'm not sure yet. Anyway, this is the tower. Pretty cool, isn't it? So yeah, let me give you a tour of it real quick. So for the moment, most of my stuff is just located in the top floor here where I have, my basic furnaces, crafting table and such, as well as the portal and all my storage chests. I was originally going to put the storage chests on the lower floor and make it like a storage floor, but I really didn't have a need for that much space at the moment because, these chests are plenty on this floor and I felt it just would have been a complication. But in the future, I would like to do more stuff with the lower floors, which are pretty much empty at the moment. But yeah, I kind of did this cool pattern with the amber glass and the red lamps around the water elevator, but we really don't need to use this because I made a ladder. Now, I was going to make an actual end port or elevator up and down, but that kind of would need a lot more resources than I have at the moment because I use a lot of ender pearls and such. And yeah, I also wasn't sure how to do it exactly because if I put down here and up here on every floor, it would just go from the top to the bottom because it would hit the end port on the next floor down and keep going kind of thing. So it's going to be a bit tricky to plan out, and hope that swarm's not in here. It's probably on the outside. Anyway, so instead I made rope ladders, which are from Luppy's ladders made like this, and currently they're not serving any different than a normal ladder, even though they do have a special effect. But yeah, I felt they just looked better with the Erebus theme, so I made them instead. And as you can see, at the top floor here, and when we head down a floor, you can see pretty much all the floors look like. This is floor 1, the first floor down. I have amber kind of as a window so I can look out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. I might make bigger windows or something, but yeah, it kind of just repeats the pattern. You can see down here, and we can head down lower. So on floor 2 here, it's pretty much the same thing as the previous floor, and I think this was the original ground floor where I started the tower. You can see by the rhino beetle out there. And if I head down, you can see this is when we start to go through the mountain, which is why there's no amber glass there. I only put amber glass where there was an opening. So this is kind of into that cliff overhang now with floor 3. Now we come down some more, and floor 4, which is just below the cliff overhang. And I think we have, 2 more floors to go. Pretty much there's floors 1 through 5, which are 10 blocks tall, and this is floor 5 now, and you can see this is still into a mountain. And here we are at the ground floor, which I kind of haven't finished yet because of the entrance ways out. I haven't really done that for any floor really, and this is apparently using amber glass instead of amber, probably because I had it spare, but it turned out to go slightly lower than ground level because I did the 6 blocks thing just for kind of a symmetry with the upper floors. But yeah, this is what the tower looks like so far, and actually, let me see if I can go out real quick and show you that. Note to self, when you break amber glass without a pick, it just breaks. Anyway, I'll probably be attacked and I don't have a weapon on me at the moment, but yeah. So that's what the tower looks like at the moment. No, he can't get in. It takes a really long time to climb this ladder back to the top. I might want to make an end port just to teleport back to the top quickly and leave the ladder. Anyway, yeah, you can see what I've done with the tower so far, and it's pretty much done. I don't know, I might redo it for some more cosmetics and add stuff to lower floors, of course, but at least we have a nice outpost now, which was kind of one of the goals coming into the Erebus, and yeah, you can see we have the different Erebus stuff sorted here, and I'm happy with it for the moment. So the goal of this episode is kind of to wrap up the Erebus adventure. I realize there's still a lot more I could do, like I'm still far off from getting a lot of the items I need, like the armors, but I kind of feel like I've done this enough, and my goal was to come here and make an outpost, which I did, so I want to kind of just wrap it up and finish the one thing I didn't do last time, and then head back to the overworld and do some more stuff there, and then come back to the Erebus in a later date, because I feel if I keep doing this episode after episode, it'll get a bit stale, because there's only so much I can just run around and die to in the Erebus. Okay, so the one thing I feel that's a bit unresolved about this Erebus adventure is the hive. I found it in one of the first episodes, but I had to teleport before I could explore it, and I didn't leave a marker, unfortunately. In last episode, I tried to find it, but without a marker, I went the completely wrong direction, and yeah. So this episode, I realized which direction it's in now. So I'm going to try and head back there and finally explore that hive and battle the wasps and etc. Also, I have some really exciting news. I finally finished updating the mod pack mostly. There's still a few things I haven't got to, but all the Erebus mobs have their bonus loot, and all the bosses and mini-bosses have been rebalanced. All the bosses have their bonus loot and unique drops, and most of the mini-bosses do. So it's mainly just the last few mini-bosses, and some of the other like overworld mobs like zombies and such. I haven't added the bonus loot back to them, as well as I wanted to buff the nether mobs a bit. But besides that, the mod pack is pretty much done, and I can finally get back to like fighting bosses and exploring without feeling like I'm going to be missing out on stuff. So yeah, anyway, while I was in a test world though, I realized something really cool we can do with a hive. We can break the spawner to get the wasp sword, or we could turn into a grinder. And this is because of sun torches. This is actually being the pack since I first made it, but I haven't used them yet, which is kind of sad. But yeah, you make a sun torch like this, and with Crystal Evil, you make an evil sun torch which can burn like any hostile mob, so we can use it to kill the wasps for us. And it just so happens that I have the supplies to make it right here. What a coincidence. Anyway, if I go like this, I think it is, and something like this, and I can make sun torches. Even though I only put 1 torch in, I get 8 back. There we go. Crystal of Evil. Put that in the center. Put sun torches around it. Evil sun torches. Now when we put it down, it will burn any mob. Not us, though, because we're nice. But, yeah. It also may be nice to have some of these around the base to burn those little hostile flies. But for the moment, I want to save these for the hive. And let me just get prepared, and I'll start heading there. Okay, so I got all my gear ready to go back to the hive. Last time we went that way, and I realized it's this way, so let's head over there. And as you can see, I also have a spare anchor stone, so I can set an anchor stone at the hive to easily get back to it once we make a grinder. And I also have an entity mover in case we run into beetles or grasshoppers. So, yeah, let's head back over there. Okay, I came through that little gap in the wall, and the hive is right up there. Wish I remembered that last time. The hard part's going to be getting to it, because I know these wasps are about, and, yeah, they're kind of deadly with their poison. So I'm not sure what the easiest way will be to get up to it, and such. So, Okay, so I made it into this little cave here, because the wasps started attacking me, and, yeah, it seemed like a safe enough place, so I think I'm going to set my anchor stone here. Oh, that was the wrong anchor stone. That would be bad. So, okay, so now I can teleport back here. And the hive's right up there, and there's another hive there. And wasn't there another hive there? Oh my god, are there actually 3 hives? That would be amazing if they are, because hives have a pretty far spawn range. Like, even from here, I think it's still spawning more, which is bad. But if we can get in there, that will be a good thing, because then we can make bridges between them and stand near one and all of them will activate. So, yeah. Also, I realized this is floating sand. Okay, from that little cave down there, I started to make a staircase. I popped out here to find a bunch of wasps and nothing else, and I kept going, and ta-da! I couldn't have done this more perfectly if I tried. I can head right into the hive there. And, yeah, so let me try and get a bit better of a position. And then I'll try and bridge over to the hive. Okay, so I managed to dig into the hive here, and I'm sniping them, because if I try and get close to melee them, they always hit me and hurt me really badly. The problem is I need to add a floor to the hive, which is very hard, because they keep spawning. Oh god, that's a lot of experience. So, this will probably end badly, but if I don't do this, I can't put down the torch, and they'll just fall at the bottom. Oh god! Oh, come on. Nope. Okay, so I managed to grab some more gear from the base, and yeah, there's the hive. We sealed up the bottom, and now I can head back there. Hopefully my stuff is still there, and I can grab the sun torches, place them down, and watch as the mobs just die. This is a problem. I can't seem to hit them. Ooh, I can reach it. Sun torch. Okay, ready to see this in action? And they're just slowly gonna die of fire. I need to get in there and get my grave, though, and place the rest of them. So, Yeah, this might take a minute. Okay, well, I managed to get my stuff and finally place the torch in the center. It took me a while because they kept spawning, so I wasn't able to get in there, but I finally did. I also made this little room here, rebound the anchor stone up here, and I kind of looked about going to the other hives. The one over there is kind of far to reach. It'd be better if I could go, like, through this one or something, but that seems dangerous. And I couldn't find an easy path to the one over here yet. It's probably just, like, right over there, but I don't know. I'll have to... Actually, can I... get down? Yeah, there it is. So it's not too far. I just have to build a path over to it and see if I can do the same thing I did here with the other one. Anyway, the real advantage of having this kind of grinder is the Erebus loot chest. It's a 1 in 250 chance to spawn when a wasp is killed, and it has a whole bunch of cool stuff in it. It's kind of a random loot chest, just like a chest you're trying to find of a dungeon. It does have a chance, 1 in 25 chance of giving a wand of animation called the Scepter of Animation with some buff stats. It also has a chance of getting the Erebus Sting, a really cool jade sword. So, yeah, it's pretty cool, and this is one of the only ways you can actually grind to get one of these Erebus loot chests. The only other one would be the spider spawners we ran into, which I probably can do the same thing with the sun torches. What the? Oh, and the Horn of Despair is here. No wonder that was able to hit me from, like, across the room. I did finally figure out what the Horn of Despair is. It's actually a boss, or a mini-boss. Now, I would have buffed the Horn of Despair to be more mini-boss stature, giving it like 500 HP or something, and giving it a better chance of getting the Erebus loot chest like I did the others, but I can't access it directly. Like, there is no separate file for it in mob properties. There's only Wasp. So I assume it is the same as a Wasp, it just is bigger and got a name. But I can't control it separately than other mobs, which is kind of annoying. But it's still a mini-boss, and we just technically killed it with the sun torch. So yeah, there is one problem with this grinder. I have no way to turn it off. Like, I can't light it up and make them stop spawning that I know of, because this room's already pretty bright. And if I do get a chest, I'm not sure I'm going to get in there to loot it. So yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Anyway, my goal for this episode was going to have to come here and make a grinder, which I kind of did. So I think I'm going to go do something else now. There is one other thing I did want to look into making this episode, which is a glider chest plate. Okay, so this is how you make a glider chest plate like this, and it will allow us to glide through the air, not really fly, just kind of glide along, which can be helpful. It would have been helpful for building the tower more than now, but yeah, it's not too costly to make, so I thought I'd try making it. And I don't want to use it too much because it does go in the Hall of Ascension, but pretty much I have a whole bunch of reinforced exoskeletal plates, which took a long time to get this many, so I really don't want to mess this up. You know, I don't want to use it all up, I guess would be the better term, and the glider wings are pretty cheap, so I get that, and I put that there, and suddenly it changes color, and now I have a glider chest plate. And if I take this off and put this on, and that's wow, that does not look very good with the cape, but, yeah, glider chest plate. And, hopefully I remember the right key, so let's try jumping out a window. So, this is the highest up window I have in the base, and, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna fall to my death. Oh, it was Z. I kinda had to change the key buttons a few times, so, yeah. But, yeah, now I'm gliding, and, can I hit F5? Uh-oh. Oh. That didn't go as badly as I thought. I thought if I hit something I just would fall. But yeah, this looks kind of stupid. But it's kind of cool to be gliding about. And Mid-air combat is really hard. So yeah, that's the glider chest plate. It's probably one of the coolest items I could make at the moment. Also would love to get the sprint legs because that's just insane. I was testing it with some of the other sprint speed items, and yeah. And hopefully these swarms haven't just like destroyed my durability. Yeah, it's not that bad. Not nearly as good as that, but I hope I can repair it too. I didn't really check that. So I was looking up stuff and I realized I could also make the compound goggles, which is really cool. Thankfully I had some amber glass smelting, so I didn't have to smelt more. And yeah, if I get that, I think it's like this, and there we go. The compound goggles. I don't think I can upgrade them to the helmet, but I can at least make the goggle form, and yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have enough exoskeletal plates. You need a lot of exoskeletal plates for this armor. Okay, so for reference, a meteor helm is 1. This gives 1. But the cool thing is it gives us night vision, as you can see flashing on the side there, kind of annoying. So yeah, now no matter how dark it is, we can see just fine. Thankfully this room was well lit, so let's look out at the Erebus. Okay, so this is how the Erebus normally looks, and if I put these on, wow, you can see it just got a good bit brighter. So yeah, this is pretty useful for exploring caves, and if I walk here, actually, that's probably a bad idea. If that hits me, it could degrade these, and then I can't make the upper ones. Well, I think this wraps up the Erebus adventure. Not only did I make a glider chest plate, but I made the compound goggles, even though I still have to upgrade them. And also did find a web slinger and some Umber Golem statues, which are over here, I think. And I did figure out what they do, but I'm not going to mention that now. We'll have to wait for when we come back. And yeah, I also got a good bit of bio velocities to make the sprint legs, just one off, but I still need a lot more exoskeletal plates to get there. And I didn't get to encounter any locusts or get the elastic fibers from them. So that's something we'll have to do next time. But overall, I made this nice outpost tower thing, which is really cool. And it's kind of nice to have another base besides our overworld base and what's left to spawn, which I still haven't rebuilt. And I also managed to make a grinder out of a hive, which is pretty dangerous, as you saw. So yeah, I'm going to start packing up some of the stuff from here to head back to the overworld so we can start trying out some of those new and improved bosses, and hopefully enjoyed the Erebus adventure, and until next time, goodbye.